Hi there, Topper Teachers. My name is Dr. Erin Margarella, and I am an Associate Professor of Middle and Secondary Education here at WKU, and I am also the Dual Credit Coordinator. I am so thrilled that you are enrolled in one of our amazing dual credit education classes. We need quality teachers like you to enter the field in the upcoming years. I've got a short presentation to share with you today, and then if you have any questions or concerns, you can ask your teacher to email me, and I'll be happy to be in touch with you as soon as I can. Oh, the places you'll go. So you recognize this picture. You remember this from when you were a child. And what this picture represented when you were younger was a vision of life as a big kid and maybe one day an adult. But today I want you to think about this picture in a different way. Think about, oh, the places you'll go as a future teacher, and oh, the impact that you will make. Take a second, close your eyes, and think back to your favorite teacher. Your favorite teacher could have been from years ago. Think about what that teacher looks like. Think about what the classroom looked like. And most importantly, think about how that teacher made you feel. All right, open your eyes. In just a few short years, students will be thinking of you when they think of their favorite teacher and a teacher that made an impact on them and their future. And what a powerful position to be in, to be the one to help your students grow, thrive, and develop. Being a teacher is so much more than the curriculum and the state standards. Being a teacher will ensure that you will be that special person that your students will go to in their times of need, or if they get into trouble, or if they just need someone to listen to. So, oh, the places you'll go as a future teacher. So here's a question for you. How many students do you think a typical teacher will impact during his or her career? This is a number. And remember, an impact can be huge, life-changing, monumental, but it can also be one of those small little moments that mean something, but they could be forgotten in the next few days. So what number do you think this is? How many students would the typical teacher impact during his or her career? You've got a number in mind? All right, let's see if you're right. So the typical teacher will affect over 3,000 students in their career. Think about how many students are enrolled in your high school right now. More than likely, 3,000 is bigger than the number of students in your entire high school. Think about that number of people remembering your name and the way you made them feel for the rest of their lives. Not too many professionals can say they can make an impact like that. And that, my friends, is the power of a teacher. So I want you to think about why you want to become a teacher. And if you have a shoulder partner next to you, I'd like you to pause the video here and have a brief discussion. Talk about why you want to become a teacher and what your goals are within the profession. So hit pause and then come back to me. All right, so now you've had a nice conversation with your shoulder partner about why you want to become a teacher. So let's review some of the frequently reported reasons why people want to become a teacher. So first, they have a passion for education. They have a genuine passion for knowledge, and they want to share that knowledge with the next generation of learners. So maybe you just love math and you want to share that passion with others, and that's great. Another reason is teachers want to make a difference in the world. We know that without teachers, there are no other professions. Without kindergarten, second, sixth grade, 10th grade teachers, there would be no doctors, there'd be no lawyers, there'd be no anything in this world, because we all need that foundational education. And you can make a difference in the world, in your community, by being a teacher. You love working with kids and young adults. You just want to be in that environment and you want to help students learn, grow, and thrive. Job stability and security. It's a stable path. No matter what happens in the economy or in the world, we will still have school. We saw that recently during times of COVID. There was still school. It looked a little differently, but our students came to us to learn, and they really needed us the most during that time. and personal fulfillment. It can provide you with a sense of purpose, knowing that you are positively impacting society, your community, and individual students. Every night when you go to bed, you can know that you made a difference in the world. I would bet in your shoulder partner discussions, none of you talked about wanting to look at state standards or give tests all the time, right? Those aren't the reasons we go into education. That's part of the job, but that's not the big picture. Did you know that 79% of students say a teacher has encouraged them to follow their dreams? I bet each of you watching this video right now fall within this statistic. I bet somewhere along the line, someone pulled you aside, a teacher, and told you that they saw leadership qualities in you, or that you excelled in a content area, or that you worked really well with children. I bet one of those reasons helped frame in your mind that you could become a teacher. 54% of students say that a teacher has helped them during a difficult time. And again, we know that teachers are there for our students beyond the curriculum, beyond the state standards. We're there sometimes as a therapist, as a social worker, as a second parent. We fill many roles and wear many hats. And it is our job to be there to support our students during their times of need. And that can look 100 different ways based on whatever it is that our students need from us. Here at WKU, we have a wide variety of undergraduate programs to help support you, regardless of what type of teacher you want to become. So these are some of the programs that we offer here at WKU. Interdisciplinary early childhood education, you could think of that as like preschool. Elementary education, PE, art, agricultural education, family and consumer sciences, special education, modern languages, music, and then middle and high school math, science, English, and social studies. I want to draw your attention to two different areas. First, elementary education. Here at WKU, we offer a dual certification program where you can major in elementary education and special education. We know as teachers and future teachers that our students will not all come to us on the first day of school at the same level. Some will require additional support and help from us as teachers. So by adding that special education certificate to your program, you will graduate with expertise and skills to help all those students in your second grade classroom, in your fifth grade classroom, whichever area you decide to enter into. It doesn't mean that you would have to become a special education teacher and teach in a special education classroom. It would just mean that you would have the extra skills to support students in your classroom and maybe someday your own children if they needed some extra help from you. In the middle grades program, you can also dual certify, and your choices are math and science or English and social studies. So that's another pathway that offers increased job flexibility and increased opportunity for our graduates. So what makes WKU unique? And why do so many students choose to come to WKU to become a teacher instead of going somewhere else? Well, you've been listening to me for a few minutes, so why don't we listen to some of our students and see what they have to say? All right. So you can see that our students spend they spend a lot of time out in the schools. Students will complete over 200 clinical hours. And this really helps our students develop a comfort and expertise in the classroom and also really build their toolkit. So they learn what works for them and what doesn't, because we know that each teacher is going to teach just a little bit differently. And so it's important to have that time to practice and really hone in those skills before you get to your final semester, which is called student teaching. Now, before all of that, all of our majors start with the same education core. And since you're in one of our dual credit classes, you're already familiar with at least one of these classes. So all of our students take these 4 classes. And the first one is EDU 250, Discovering Education. This is when students just get their feet wet with education and learn a little bit about what it means to be a teacher today. After that, students take EDU 260, Classroom Assessment. This is the class where we learn how to determine whether our students are actually learning in the classroom. This is very important. EDU 350, Student Diversity and Differentiation. This is where we learn tools and skills to help target different types of students in the classroom. Diversity can be defined many different ways, but how we can target students and their unique needs based on their background and ability. And finally, we have EDU 360, the Behavior and Classroom Management class. This is when we learn how to keep control and manage our classroom, help ensure that our transitions are effective, and make sure that our students feel safe and comfortable in our classroom environment. Here at WKU, we have lots of different clubs for our students to participate in, and you can scan this QR code if you pause the video to take a look at some of the clubs that our students like to become involved in. We also have something that is fairly new here at WKU called an LLC. LLC stands for a Live and Learn Community. This is when our education majors not only take classes together, but they also live together on the same floor of one of our beautiful brand new dorms. So our students are able to live side by side and really develop meaningful friendships and bonds with people that have shared interests and goals. The university also provides a wide variety of opportunities for them to engage in social events, pizza parties, special entertainment, and sometimes they even take their classes in their dorms. So the professor will come to them where they live and where they feel comfortable and give them all that special information. It's been very successful, and every year the program grows. We really focus on relationship building at WKU. We know that relationships between professors and students are critical to their development. So you'll get to know each of your professors very well during your time here on the Hill. We'll get to know you as a person and not just a student, your interests, your background, your family, and any needs that you may have along the way. We also at WKU have a special office called the OPES office, and this is very unique to WKU. This office will help you with all of your paperwork and help you ensure that you have everything in line to certify with the state of Kentucky. If you choose, however, to move to a different state, this office will help you with that as well, so that you can take your certificate and move it from Kentucky to Tennessee, Ohio, or anywhere else that you choose to go. They also offer praxis support, and the praxis is the test that you take near the end of your program to certify with the state. Also, professional guidance is something that we really focus on. So the OPES office can give you support, guidance, and anything that you might need to ensure that you secure that dream job. Your final semester, I mentioned briefly, is called student teaching. And this is when essentially you become the teacher 5 days a week for one semester. And this is when you really get to put into practice everything that you've learned prior to that. So this is the semester that at its conclusion, you will graduate and you will become a WKU alum, and you will also get your diploma. So it's very exciting. But for half of that final semester, you can complete it internationally, which is something that's really exciting and enriching for our students. Some of the countries that our students have chosen to teach internationally at include Germany, Ireland, Spain, and Sweden, but the list grows each semester. Our OPES office goes and visits these locations and ensures they're appropriate and meaningful for our students. And then our students go and spend half of the semester abroad, working in a school, learning from the teachers of that country, learning from the students, learning about culture, and come back really changed and enriched. We know that this can be expensive for many students, so there's a wide variety of scholarships available to help offset the costs for any students who are interested in going. All the students go say it's just been the most amazing experience, and they wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Something else I want to talk to you about is scholarship support for just regular tuition, not just student teaching. We have a long list of scholarships that are available for our students, but I want to talk to you briefly about the Hilltopper Guarantee. And the Hilltopper Guarantee states that 100% tuition will be provided for any student who secures at least $1 of Pell Grant money. So I suggest that you take that information and go visit your high school guidance counselor to see if you qualify for a Pell Grant. Because as someone with a lot of student loans myself, I can tell you that you don't want student loans if you can avoid them. So based on this program, if you apply and receive any amount of Pell Grant funding, WKU will cover the rest of your tuition. So it's a really great program to help support our students that may have a more significant financial need. So talk to your guidance counselor about that today and see what you can find out and whether you qualify for a Pell Grant. If you'd like more information about other types of scholarships, you can scan this QR code right here. And did you know, this is a little known fact, that there are more teacher millionaires in the United States of America than any other profession? More teachers are millionaires than doctors, lawyers, and other professionals, which can be surprising because when we think of teachers, we think of them having a very modest lifestyle. But we also know that our teachers are very smart, very savvy, and they make good choices and don't live above their means. So if anyone's telling you don't go into teaching because you'll be poor and you'll work 12 jobs, well, maybe let them know about this little known fact. So it's been great meeting with all of you today. I hope you're excited about coming here and being part of the topper teacher community at WKU. If you have any questions that weren't answered during this presentation, please ask your teacher, and your teacher can email me and I'll get right back to you. I hope you all have a great day. Go Tops!